Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. Not a coin hunt today sadly, but I'd like to show off these Remembrance Sunday poppy coins. I did buy these originally in October and I was kind of hoping to show them at the beginning of November around about the Remembrance Sunday time. However, it took 7 weeks between getting this one and this one. This one arrived this morning, so now I'm willing to do the video for you. As you can see, it's Isle of Man. Centenary of the First World War, official 50p, 1914 to 1918, their name liveth for evermore, 11, 11, 11. And there you see the Manx man on top of Douglas War Memorial. Specifications, as you can see, the obverse is Jody Clark designing. Isle of Man, 2018. It's a cupro nickel, brilliant uncirculated, 8 grams, 27.3 millimeters. With this one, every purchase, 10% of the proceeds goes to either the Royal British Legion, if you live in England, Wales and Northern Ireland I guess, and if you live in Scotland, the proceeds go to Poppy Scotland. The designer of the reverse is Michael Guilfoyle. I do apologise if I've botched up the pronunciation of that. It could be my accent. Blame the accent, we'll go with that. And that's a lovely, lovely coin. I was pleased when I got that, but I was so looking forward to seeing this one more. Don't want to damage that. It's exactly the same specifications, except it's got the red ink. It's Isle of Man, 2018. Their name liveth for evermore, 11, 11, 11. Its metal is cupro nickel with selective red ink for the poppies. The diameter is 27.3 millimeters. The weight is 8 grams. Its finish is proof. The obverse, Jody Clark. That's very shiny. Don't know if that's something in there. Let's have a investigate that. I don't think. And the reverse is Michael Guilfoyle. There's only 1950 of these, and as you can see, I've got number 1706. Same deal with this one. If you live in England, Wales, and I guess Northern Ireland too, 10% of proceeds goes to the Royal British Legion. And if you live in Scotland, 10% goes to Poppy Scotland. Now I believe that it's really hard to get a hold of these now, especially the proof one. That's sold out completely. As for this one, I think they've stopped selling it. Last time I checked. They're still fulfilling back orders. I am not sure what the mintage of this one will be. There's no documentation that I could find regarding it. But I would imagine it's going to be a very, very collectible one, especially from the centenary point of view. I'll pop that safely back together. Keep that in really good condition. And what I'll do with that is I'll pop that back into its wee sleeve and I'll put that away for some amount of time. I'd also like to talk about this one. I got this one last year. There's so many poppy coins and I would love to collect them all, but I would be bankrupt if I did. No, I don't remember who designed the front of this, but it's beautiful with the red poppy, lest we forget in the middle. Just the texture detail on the poppy alone for the petals. That's incredible. Focusing on the text, we will remember them, highlighted in red. There we go. That's a £5 bailiwick of Jersey. That's what it said, Guernsey, but I'd be completely wrong. Duh. That was 2017. Cupro nickel with a 24 karat gold plating, and that's diameter is on here, I believe. Let's see, 38.61 millimeter, and the obverse design, you can see at the bottom under the Queen's head, is IRB, Ian Rank Broadley. Now there was 4,950 of these, as you can see at the bottom there, and I got number 3,354. I do particularly have a fondness for this one. I know there's so many poppy coins, but I think this, because this was my first, they'll always have that poignant thing with me. Because a little bit of background, not many of you will know, I'm from a forces background. I have a lot of family who served in the forces over many years and generations, and I haven't, and I'm just like to thank them all for their service and bringing me into the world in a safe world. Well, mostly safe. I do understand there's individuals and places out there in the world that aren't safe, but we're trying to do, as a species, to do the right thing, I'd like to think. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but pop that one back into the sleeve and do the same with that. Keep that safe for a number of years. I'll pop that one away. Which brings me on to these two. Now, I do have the bunk version of Aviation for the RAF. I've got a lot of family who were in the RAF and in the Navy and in the Army, Marines and all that lot, but did have a soft spot for the RAF, and I went and got the bunk version of this. The only reason I got that, I'm going to get a silver proof hopefully too if I can, is because I went and got myself the piedfort. I'll show you that first before I go into the details. As you can see, if I can open it up. There we go. Slightly thicker than your normal £2 coin. It's a beautiful specimen. I'll just pull this out just to get the information. Let you see that one. There's a denomination. The inner alloy is 925 AG, the outer alloy 925 AG plated with fine gold. Weight is 24 grams, diameter is 28.40. The obverse designer is Jody Clark. The reverse designer is Daniel Flashman. That's such a beautiful rendition of the plane. I do like the shiny with the matte texture. And there was 3,500 of these, and only 2,000 in the limited presentation. As you can see, I have a particularly low number, and I'm really happy with that. I don't know whether there's any truth to what they say about the lower the number, the more value it is. I'm just happy I've got this in my collection. It's a fine specimen. I'll quickly go through this one, show you this. If you want to pause the video at these points so you can have a wee read along, feel free to. And page 2. Oh, there's another page, sorry. There we go. I'll move my thumb so you can actually read the whole thing. Next page. I'm very ginger with how I'm handling it. I don't want to crease it, fold it. I particularly don't even want to touch it, but pause that and let you read that. Should be long enough. There we go. It talks about when the mint damaged at Tower Hill. Should be long enough. Go to the next page. It's a fine illustration there. And go to the next page. And there we go. It's quite a lot of information you get with this. I've seen some packs that only come with like a couple of pages. There we go. That should be long enough for that one. Next page, the final page. There we go. And there's the back end of it. So, pop that one away back into there. I know it's a bit unusual for me to show off these collections, but I thought it was it's feeling a bit poignant with all the poppy, the war, and how my family served throughout many of the conflicts in the 20th century. I do want to quickly go through these as well, because I did have someone on my comments a few weeks ago going, lovely RAF coins. Let you have a quick look at that. I'm not opening them, no way. I'll pause that if you like. There we go. Sorry about the light. Now we've also got the Vulcan. Beautiful coin. As you can see, different designers. The badge was done by Rhys Morgan. The Vulcan was done by Richard and Neil Talbot. And I do love the Spitfire one. A close up of that with the shiny and matte texture. The designer of that is Richard and Neil Talbot as well. I love the Sea King. Oh, that is some design. That's just intricate. Just when you're down to the rescuer on ice, and oh, look at that. That's beautiful. And that's designed by Richard and Neil Talbot also. And the last one. Now, the Lightning II, or the F-35 as some people call it. I do call it a bit of fun because I used to play the video games and I fly one of these. I don't think it was anything like the real thing. If it was, then they should recruit me. We'd all be doomed though. Somebody cue that picture, the annotation of the Dad's Army with doomed coin. Anywho, that's also designed by Richard and Neil Talbot. It's another beautiful design. Anywho, enough of me. I'm away to go to now. I'm not going to natter anymore. I'm going to go and pop all my coins away safely and see about getting another hunt on the go. I've just having a quiet one over Christmas really. I've not been going to the bank as much. Just the time of year, it's just I've got everything to do. My work's crazy. I'm not getting much time to do much at all. Just the basics. Anyhow, I'll try and get the bank hunts and the coins on the go as soon as I can. I'll catch you in another video. See you in the next one. Cheers.